What are your priorities when it comes to agriculture or rural America at all?
Well, before the 1980s, you could be, let's say, a mayor of a rural town. There were small banks, okay? There were many more small local banks. A farmer could come in to the banker and say, I didn't get a great yield this year. And the local bank was liable to say, that's okay, you'll pay me next year. And when the local mayor of the rural town came in and said, I need a better sewage system, I need sidewalks, I need schools, they were likely to receive loans from the government that included grants. Once trickle-down economics, once Reaganomics took over, no. You had these huge banks, big ag, big food that came in there. And we know what they did to farmers, and they basically took control. I have had rural mayors say to me, I have everything these young people want today. They can't afford to live on the coast. They're now at a time in their lives, they're having children, they're raising families. We have what they need, but I need better schools. I need better sewage system. I need better lighting. I need better infrastructure. I need better sidewalks, and in too many cases, they are not getting that. We need a massive infusion of resources, not only into small businesses, but obviously into rural communities.
You mentioned people say that they can't afford to live on the coast. I've been talking to voters who've been saying that they feel like the Democratic Party has forgotten the middle part of the country, rural America. Do you think the Democratic Party has forgotten middle America?
They didn't forget. They strategized differently. Let's all be really honest and, yeah, of course. Once again, forgot is not exactly the right word, but put their eggs in a different basket, absolutely they did. But they won't when I'm there.
How would you put your eggs in rural America's basket then?
Well, the president does not have a magic wand, nor should the president have a magic wand. It's not like everything I've been talking about here, I could go into the White House and okay, it's happening. But the president does have the power to appoint heads of agencies. Nobody in the Department of Agriculture and the Williamson administration will have any ties to big ag, I assure you. That's not the game we're going to be playing here. We need to deal with the corporate capture of these agencies. That's number one. Number two, the president does have the power of executive orders. You don't want to govern with executive orders, but neither should you be weak about wielding that power when it is necessary. I think also, and probably this is as important as anything else, I would use that bully pulpit. I would say the kinds of things that I'm saying here today. It was once written about me years ago in my career. Marianne Williamson says what everybody else is saying. She just says it when the mic is on. And I feel the same thing is happening here. When I talk about corporate tyranny, when I talk about the insurance companies being the reason we don't have universal health care, the pharmaceutical companies being the reason people are rationing their insulin, when I talk about the obeisance of both parties to big oil and to defense contractors, I'm not saying anything that people don't know. Everybody knows this now. People have awakened. The problem is not that the people don't get it. It's that you're not supposed to say that when you're running for president. I'm not only saying it when I'm running for president, I would say it when I'm president. These are the kinds of things I would talk about at the State of the Union. I would use words like poverty. I would use words like racial injustice, and I would not use them gingerly. Because I feel that one major political party wants Americans to think things are actually worse than they are. Another major political party wants to somehow make people think they are better than they are. I want to be a president that helps Americans look in the mirror, to see we've got some serious problems, but we are Americans and we can handle them. We need to turn this ship around, but we need to do it wisely, we need to do it compassionately. And I can tell you something else. In my 4 years as president, the ship would not have completely turned around, but I can get us around the curve. I can get us around the curve in 4 years, then you give it over to a younger generation because it's their turn now.